No one's turned away for lack of money. When you take away the dollar sign from an ecosystem, like what does that look like, right? How can we benefit when you don't have to worry about how you're going to pay for what you're getting? And what does reward look like when your reward is not rooted in money either? We have people who will come and they take eggs. They don't have to worry about paying for those. And then maybe that woman goes back to her home and realizes she has a tree overflowing with lemons. And then she brings them back and puts them in the front. And then another woman's going to come, or a man's going to come and take those lemons and make, I don't know, like a dozen jars of like pickled lemon rind. And then he's going to bring those back and he's going to share them. Now we have something there, right? An economy that isn't really about money anymore. It's about bartering and it's about feeding ourselves, and we've taken away the dollar signs. Like that's no longer an issue. My name is Farmer Bianca and this is Lopez Urban Farm. I'm the director of operations here. We're a small team though, so I wear many hats. We're named after Ignacio Lopez. He was a civil rights leader from Pomona, and that's actually what Lopez Elementary School is named after as well. We've been here since 2020. We used to be called Urban Mission, and we did farming just down the street, right? Just a couple blocks down from here. Our nonprofit's name is Community Partners for Innovation, and Lopez Urban Farm is our biggest project. Farmer Stephen Yorba founded Lopez Urban Farm. When he went to the school district, he said, hey, if you give us access to this land and you sign a contract with us for 5 years, we'll build you a fully working 3-acre farm. We'll educate your children. We'll bring community here, and we'll start to heal the community as well. And that was 5 years ago. So we're actually at the very tail end of that contract and ready to sign a new contract. Come with me. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We're all here.
This is so cool.
Good morning, chickens. There you go. Nice and cheered up. Everything, I think, starts at the plate. Even like when you think about revolution, most revolution comes from hunger. So most of the time when you see communities and they're ready to like fight against their governments or revolutionize, it's because you have things like the potato famine, right? So we're equipping ourselves with what we need to thrive as a community. We also have a partnership with Athens Trash in the city of Pomona. So they take our green waste here, they compost it, and then they have an abundance of green waste. And they bring it back and they provide that free to the community. So now you can come, you can take some of our seeds maybe, you can take some compost with you, bring it to your house, and then now you're feeding yourself from your own garden, right? We really want to put any of our resources back into these neighbors. And we mean like really like these neighbors within a few blocks, the more local, the better. A lot of the empty lots you see in a lot of cities is owned by the school district, right? We would love for the school district to see those empty lots as something other than an empty lot or a way to make a profit. They can easily take this lot and make expensive housing that wouldn't really benefit the people in this district because we're historically underserved. We're in the industrial belt where they've taken out all those citrus groves. They've taken out all of those wineries and they've replaced it with Amazon warehouses, right? So we're trying to get school districts to see this land as what if it was something else? What does that look like? And they trusted us, and that's why we're here. We had to prove ourselves. Here we are on the other side of 5 years, and we think that we have. They love having us here. They're enthusiastic about what the future looks like too. So just little by little, we're chipping away at that. So on a weekly basis, we have El Puestecito. We've been doing that since we first opened. It's our Wednesday night market. There was a woman who helped us build this land. She helped us with this early farming and building it. So she created like a night market where people can all get together. And then she brought in all kinds of artists, right? So we had a crochet lab for a while. We have Indigenous beading night. There's also the Obsidian Tongues Poetry Circle. We have the bodega in the front that has like free food, free clothing, that kind of thing. Sometimes we have bands play now on Wednesday night just because it's kind of a vibe.
My name's Marlena. I go by Velvet Penny, and I make art rock, which is a combination of folk, jazz, and rock.
What's up? My name's Andrew Sandoval. My project is called Swing Auditorium. It's named after a venue that was in San Bernardino from about the 50s until the 80s. A lot of great people played there. Elvis, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and unfortunately a plane crashed into it in the 80s and it never got rebuilt. So I wanted to use that name and just kind of keep the spirit of it alive.
My name is Victor Salazar. And I'm Adam Peña. We try to blend different styles of music, in particular Latin psychedelia with contemporary psychedelia.
That is just like beautiful. It's literally heaven on earth. Like, I just want to bury myself here. I know that's kind of morbid, but I think it's beautiful.
It kind of reminded me of my first school when I was a kid. I went to St. Anthony's, it was like a little Catholic school, and they would have like a fiesta every year. It reminded me of that, where it's just like really just a lot of families, a lot of friends, everybody knows each other, it's a lot of smiles. This is like a sacred space for the community.
I've seen it only from the outside, but it was kind of a trip coming in and seeing the goats. I was kind of happy to see the animals here. Definitely will come back. They have a skate ramp here, and it's a cool little like community spot. It's awesome.
We have been building a relationship here with the community for 5 years. And little by little, each of them are like, yeah, Bianca, how can we help? I want to do this. I want to do that for it. This year, I put together like a really bitchin' committee. Rebecca Ustrell from Curious Publishing. We had some of our on-the-grounds people like Larry, who makes our pickles, and then Alicia, who does our like butterfly garden over there. I have my friend Crystal. She helped me put together like our map and that kind of thing. Honestly, yesterday is exactly what it looks like when the community comes together to throw a party for themselves, right? We don't need to bring in Golden Voice to throw us like a party. We don't need to bring in the county fair to throw us a party. We can throw a better party for ourselves than anyone can, I think. I think Pomona gets a weird reputation. Everyone always thinks of us as dangerous or criminals or this and that. And I think it's because, you know, we're like in the weird space between LA County and the IE. Like, what even are we? We're the Pomona Valley, right? But there's a lot of cool magic going on here. People underestimate us. They're wrong for that.